What's happening, YouTube? Y'all's favorite world traveler has returned. It's the homie, the auntie Moochella. She
Hey
is back
y'all.
in the
Yeah.
building. How you feeling tonight, Moochie?
What's up? I'm all right. I'm
You
okay.
you good? You good? Well,
Yes.
Moochie, we are gathered here tonight not to review BMF, but to
Okay.
review that great other show on Stars called Hightown. And Moochie, you was into this show last year, and you told me you caught back up on and you're up to date. So, what do you think about the show to this point so far?
What do I think about it right now? It started off where it left off, and I thought it was great that it did that. Not a whole bunch of time has passed, anything like that. And it looks good so far.
Yeah,
It looks
yeah, it's
good so far.
it's
And they
been
brought
good.
in some new characters.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
and they
definitely.
and they they brought in some of the older characters where they have more input in it.
Do you feel like the show is missing anything with Junior being dead?
Uh kind of, but I think his baby mother's fulfilling that void because they
Oh,
still want to solve that, and that's what I was meaning when you said that when I said that some characters are like we're getting to know them a little more
mm-hmm.
because we didn't see much of her
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
last season.
Mm-mm. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to review the latest episode of Hightown. It's getting good. And let me just give a big shout out to Rebecca Cutter. She's the show creator who has pledged she's going to do an interview with me and my wife for you guys to see. She's going to give us the insight and the insights on how things is going and where the show might go next season. But Moochie, they dropped a picture of Hightown of Jesley, Jackie, and Leslie on the Hightown's Instagram page. Did you see the disrespectful comments that was under that picture?
No, I didn't see any. I didn't see it.
Moochie, instead of talking about
Are you gonna let us
Hightown,
take a look at it?
I didn't take the picture, but
Okay.
basically what they did was they got on Star's back saying, nobody wants to see Hightown. Where the hell is BMF? BMF this, BMF
Wow.
that, BMF this, BMF that. And I'm sitting here like, bruh, open your minds up. This show is equally as good. It was good last season. And
Yup,
this
it sure
season,
was.
and this season is getting off of some good fireworks too.
Okay,
And
I'm looking
so
at it now. I'm looking at it now.
you
Checking
see,
it
you
out
see that
now.
bull jive up in there, just tripping. Mhm.
Yeah.
They lost.
Yeah, some of these people is really reckless.
Yeah, they lost. The only thing that worries me is I would love to see this season, this show get renewed because it is that good. But here's the thing: let's say it don't get renewed with Stars. There are other networks that would love to have this team, the writers, Jerry Brockheimer, Rebecca Cutter, Monica Raymond, and the whole crew. They would love to have them on something like HBO, which loves to get a
Oh
little racy,
yeah.
you know. So I would love
It's
to see them
this
stay with
show is to
Stars.
me is versatile like how it's not as gritty as The Wire, but it reminds me of something like the season when they did the docs.
Right, right,
And a
exactly,
lot of people that didn't like that season because they couldn't pull everything together. If you pulled everything together when you watch that, then everything connected.
exactly. Well, Moochie, let me give you the opening clip. The essence clip is what I call these of what the show was all about last night. It was entitled Daddy Issues. And man, it almost felt as though every single one of the ladies on this show has had daddy issues. Take a look at this.
No one tells me what to do. Let's get that straight.
Of course not, man. You're the fucking man. Frankie Cuevas from Banana Boat Island is paying the fucking IRS, man. I mean, you're not paying them everything, but shit.
What does that have to do with the girls, Primo?
Not, but I am who I am, and I like what I like. You know, you got it, boss. I'll tone it down.
Mm, Let me read this
This is
shout out
bad
to
news already.
let me read this shout right. This shout out. Eric Iverson came through with the super chat. He said the main reason why folks diss Hightown under the Instagram post wasn't because it's a bad show, but because stars disrespect BMF by leaking it. I mean,
Okay, I could get that. I could dig it.
I would go with him with that, but stars, the posting that they put wasn't a BMF posting. I could see if they would have posted a picture of BMF and said, "Oh, we leaked it. Sorry." This was something dealing with another show on the network, and so that still, in my opinion, wasn't the correct place for you to vent your frustration. As a matter of fact, 50 Cent even went to his Instagram and said, "I'm upset with stars, yada, yada, yada." You should have got underneath his Instagram and start posting your crazy comments about how you felt about being upset that BMF didn't come out. But it wasn't tactful to do it underneath the Hightown picture. So that's all I'm saying. Eric says, I love Hightown, but that show never gets leaked like the black shows get leaked.
This is so true. I agree with that. I do agree with that.
Now, there was one or two white shows that got leaked. I can't think of the name of that show that got leaked. It's about some chick who's traveling through time. She's got a boyfriend in the Civil War. Then she's got another one.
Oh, Westworld?
No, not Westworld. It's on Stars. It's the other. Golly, what is it? It's based on a book, but that's been leaked too. That's been leaked too. So I wouldn't just say it's just the black shows because that show got leaked, and it's a lot of Anglo-Saxons that love that particular show. But I cannot think of the name of that daggone show. But when it comes to me, I'll let you guys know. So, in any event, Moochie, you saw the opening clip. Jorge and Frankie, and that damn Jorge, he funny as hell.
When I seen that he was coming on, I said, "Oh, it's getting ready to get good now." Because remember, the last time we saw him was on Godfather of Harlem.
Right.
Before Bumpy, hit him up with that blade.
Yeah, Eric got it. Outlander. Outlander's the one that had 2 seasons on which it was the episode 8 got leaked one season, then the last season, the finale got leaked. So yeah, that's it. Good toss, Eric. You be on this stuff, my man. So Moochie, let me take you to the beginning. Now, this is one of my wife's favorite characters on the show. Oh, the Osito. Osito. They came, they felt my man up, and guess what, Moochie? He's getting moved to the Emerald City, where they're not going to beat up on him as much. This is a rehab facility, and he's got a new roommate. Moochie,
and
how did you feel?
He putting no rats in his bed.
Right. How do you feel about Osito getting moved? This is going to be a new start for him.
I don't know. He might mess this up since the drugs is going to be coming in soon.
Ooh. What you trying to say, Moochie? You trying to say he going to keep that connection with Charmaine going?
Yeah. And then they showed him out of jail too in the coming attractions. So I'm like, how the heck he get out and he shot a cop? Something ain't right.
Does Jackie count as a cop?
Oh yeah, technically she's like the boat police.
She was last season, but this season she is officially part-time working with the state troopers. So at this point, yes, she is a cop, but Jackie's she's way too far over her head, and we'll get to her in a minute. Let's talk about Jackie and her adopted daddy, Eddie Murphy, and Jackie going to see the Scrod father. Moochie, they named this dude the Scrod father. They've been having issues where it's been some poaching going on. And the Scrod father know everything. He know who's going in, who's going where, who's doing what. And when they get to him, he throws out a name of Billy Moran. Now, Moochie, help me out on this. They're not introducing this dude for nothing. They're not telling you Billy Moran's name for nothing. Do you think that Billy Moran and the Scrod father have some ties to Frankie, Jorge, or even Charmaine and the core fentanyl?
I think she has some sort of ties with Frankie. That I think they have. I don't think Charmaine. I know they the last thing we heard was I don't mean to go ahead,
No, go
where they
ahead.
was talking about visiting Charmaine's mother, and you know
Which
she
they
wasn't
did,
in there.
right? They went and visited her aunt.
Yeah, she was staying in some get low spot.
Well, up in here, she was definitely in the place to be on that joint. She was there. We got another super chat from the big homie Eric. When Osito told the therapist that his leg hurt when he walked, but his third leg is ready for some action, I lost it. I did too. Uh, Look, Eric, I was sitting there telling my wife, I was like, they didn't introduce a pretty decent looking therapist for nothing. And I said, I wonder how Osito is going to treat her. Next thing you know, boom, my man talking about some, hey, yo, my third leg needs some action. And then you know what she did, Moochie? She was like, bro, you think you're going to be disrespecting me like that? She wound up calling in the daddy from Good Times to give her some help in case Cito wanted to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, Moochie, he ain't do nothing. As a matter
Nah,
of fact,
he's trying to he was going to talk to her, but she's not feeling him. She's not giving him no rhythm.
nah, but I think she is though, and I think that the fact that
Well,
he's up here trying to walk, he's listening to her advice at this point, and she's actually seeing him gaining confidence. That might break through to her, Moochie. You know,
well,
women
you know
like a
what?
confident
Then
man.
she might be the one that bringing the drugs.
See, my wife is hoping like hell that don't happen. But
I hope so too.
I told her, I was like, you introducing this lady, you bringing her in for a reason. And
Exactly.
now she came in like a sister girl. Like, you know, it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be all P's and Q's. But as the $1 million man said, Moochie, everybody has a price.
This is true.
Everybody has a price. Now let's talk about your boy Ray hemming up, hemming up Mrs. Connors. So basically, Moochie, if you didn't catch the story, her son was killed by Frankie and Jorge. They took his butt on the boat, chopped him up. He was bringing in the drugs from Charmaine, the corfentanil, to the Cape. And so she
That
was,
was the one they caught in the house, right?
yep.
That was the
Yep.
one that Jackie caught in the house, right?
No. That's not the one Jackie caught in the house. On like the episode 1 or 2, Jorge and Frankie met up with the guy that Charmaine told the name of. And then they took him on a boat and they killed him. They threw him over the boat, and then Jorge just basically let the blades of the boat run into him. This is her
Oh,
son.
damn.
Yeah, man, these dudes is ruthless. They ruthless and they toothless. But your boy Ray goes to this meeting basically not because he wants to talk about the transgressions of his own son, but he goes to this meeting to hunt her down and basically get information out of her on who's transporting the drugs. And the mama actually gave up a name. Now, Moochie, how realistic is it for a mother to know the name of the person providing your son with drugs?
It depends on what type of mother you are. Are you
You
that mother that go through your son's stuff when
okay?
you know what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
So now
Okay.
that he's gone, she had enough time to go through everything.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna take a shot in the dark with it.
Hey, maybe that's what she's doing. But anyway, it gave Ray what he needed. He got a name. And then check this out. This is Renee's mother, looking like she's a retired stripper. I was like, Crystal, that's her mama. Her mama looked young as hell. So the first thing Crystal says to me is she probably had Renee when she was very, very young. And I said, okay, that makes
Oh
perfect
yeah,
sense.
definitely.
That makes perfect sense. But this scene was so funny, Moochie, because she's dropping her baby off. And the mama's like, I don't got no money for food tonight. So she hands her like a 20. And then Moochie, the mama say, well, what I'm supposed to do with the tip? So she makes Renee dig right back into her pocketbook and pull up tip money. But what was
Wow.
very significant about the scene, you know how y'all moms have intuition.
Mm-hmm.
The mother's looking at Renee and saying something's changed, and Renee is looking like, oh no, you better not know that I'm pregnant. And the mom's like, your boobs are getting bigger. And I was like, oh,
Wow.
hell. Well, you could base, because, some women boobs do enhance when they're pregnant, right? So the question here is, do you think the mama is going to find out Renee is officially pregnant?
I think she's trying to get rid of it, but I don't know. I don't know. That's a good one.
She's not getting rid of that baby, Moochie. She's not. She is not getting rid of that baby. You can forget that.
Do
That
you think
baby's
she's
gonna
gonna get back with Ray?
That's a good question. I can't answer that, but this is what I can answer. Her and Frankie is not gonna last. I can answer that. But I don't know if she's going to want to be dealing with Ray, because Ray is a loose cannon, a bull in the china shop. He got a lot going on. I mean, he's barely getting along with his own son right now. But the thing is, him
He
and
been
Renee,
handling his sex addiction right.
nah,
He was banging
but
the girl in the.
his job,
He banging his boss.
his
The
boss,
girl, the one he turned down before, then he was just like, F it, I'm gonna just get some.
and then look, the boss done fired him from last
I
last week's
know.
episode. She fired. She like, the hell with that.
She's like,
But with
you're fired.
Renee Moochie, I don't know, man. I mean, she seemed like she really did like Ray, and her son actually likes Ray. So they might spin it like that, but it's gonna be some drama with that baby. They just letting that brew and stew. But you can cool believe there's gonna be some drama with that baby. How did you feel about Leslie having Renee as a CI?
She did good already, because once she got the eye jammy, she was like, look, I'm gonna go talk to him, and I'm on probation. So I think that was a good look. I hope it doesn't get her killed.
Oh, you talking about Daisy down
I'm
here?
talking about Daisy.
Yeah,
With
you talking
her,
about
with Ray's, with I'm sorry, with Junior's baby's mother. That's who you talking about.
yeah, you talking about.
I think once she went in there and she seen her go in there meaning business. Now she's down to give information.
Okay, you talking about Donna, Junior's baby mama.
Yes.
Yep.
Once she saw how Jackie went in there, she's down to give him information now.
Gotcha. And so they go in this thing together, and this is Jackie's buddy that works with her in the Marine
on the boat, right?
Yeah. They send him in there to do an undercover sting to figure out just how far is Daisy going. And you know what? Daisy going all the way home. But Moochie, is $200 the going rate for a blowjob? And
how should I know?
I mean, you got people on the street. Moochie,
look,
you got people.
I don't got no hoes out there on the corner.
Oh, okay, I'm about to say. I don't mind it.
I don't know.
But anyway, I was telling my wife, I was like, no way, $200 for
a dude that got out of jail, yeah.
That's what I
got out, so he trying to get money anyway.
That's what I was like, yeah, maybe if you just got out of jail. But $200 for maybe 10 to 15 minutes of some pleasure, $250 at that, that's a little steep for me. But I like my uncle, the big dog, said, you pay for it one way or the other one. And I guess he was just trying to pay for it up front. But they catch her, Moochie. They got her in this thing. She's on probation. She's got other issues. But she befriends Jackie. Jackie ingratiated herself to Daisy. What made you? Why was Daisy able to feel more comfortable with Jackie than Leslie? I still think that's another clue about Leslie, Moochie.
I think for some reason she feels more comfortable with Jackie because Jackie is a new face.
Right.
And they don't really see her as a cop. And they, not for nothing, she was on the party scene. So she's probably seen her around like that.
Oh, okay. Okay. I can see that. Now, it was funny, the comment she made told Jack to go suck a penis. She got ready to leave. But at the end of the day, Jackie was able to get the job done. Now, Moochie, you might have missed this, but in last week's episode, Charmaine came to the prison to see Osito. And now
I saw that. I saw that part.
Sergeant Allen goes back, and I'm thinking to myself, Charmaine, you said you had a fake ID, but Moochie, she
Yeah,
signed
why
her.
did she go there and use her name?
This is what me and my wife think. Me and my wife came up with this. The fake ID must just been an ID that was really her, but they lied about her age and said she was 18 or older.
This is true. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But Charmaine, this right here just shows you just how green Charmaine is behind the ears. We have to remember this kid is still like 16 years old. You know goodness well, if you trying to come in here to hustle somebody to start selling your drugs, you cannot put your name on the road. And then on top of that, it's got personal. It ain't legal. It ain't business. It's personal. Moochie, is this going to hurt Charmaine?
It might come back because they already on her tail. They already on her tail. And how you ain't go see your uncle? Your uncle been locked up longer than him.
Maybe it's because
keep in mind the guy that plays the uncle he's dead in real life.
Right.
So they got to figure out how if they do bring him back.
I don't think they bringing him back. I think he's done. He's done. I don't think they bringing him back. What's up, Miss K? What's up, Jocelyn? What's up, Bap God 757? All up in the building. We love you. Appreciate y'all coming through and showing us a little bit of love. Now, Moochie, this right here took me aback. The scene with Daisy and Jorge. And basically, Jorge's seeing the guy that came in. He's grilling her. Was he the police? Yada, yada, yada. And she's basically like, dude, I want to get up out of here. Moochie, Jorge pops her in the face.
I know.
He pops her in the eyeball.
I think once he did that, that's why she was game to be an informant now, because they already know how bad he really is.
They know that. And I think that was kind of like one of the straws that broke her back on that. Because it seems like she really cared for this dude, even though he's using her. And I actually thought that he cared for her up until this episode. And he showed his real colors. And you know Renee can't stand Jorge. So like my wife
can't stand him, and neither I forgot her name. Damn. Donna can't stand him either. I'm talking about Frankie's girl. Yeah. Frankie's girlfriend.
That's Renee. So
Renee, she can't stand him either.
Renee can't stand him.
She's mad that he's in the house with them.
Wouldn't you be? If there ain't no timetable for a dude to get up out the house, you be mad too. I know I would be like, bro.
He was like, he's family.
Family, my hind parts. Get up out of here. Oh, so then Moochie, they do go over here to your girl Charmaine's aunt house. And now me and my wife done determined the aunt is in on all this because Ray and Alan are just grilling Charmaine. And Charmaine's just like, yeah, y'all ain't gonna catch me, twirling her hair and all that. And the auntie is basically complicit in everything Charmaine is saying. But the one thing that gave them away, they asked one simple question. And Poe baby girl right here gave it all away. Where y'all staying at in the Cape? Something to that effect. She started getting choked up. Now, Moochie, how do you feel about this whole scene with this crew?
As far as with this, I feel like Ray is doing a little too much because I know he's trying to get back on.
Right.
But his past basically came back and sealed the deal for him, where it's going to be even harder for him to come back. And
not only Ray, but Sergeant Allen messing up too. I mean, he just made Sergeant, dummy, and you fraternizing with the one dude that almost took your whole department down.
I know, but he knows he's a good cop at the end of the day. Even though he got his little quirks with fraternizing with the CIs and all of that.
Boy, Eric says, I feel the Asian girl signed her death warrant. Eric, I do too.
I agree.
I do too. She's in trouble. I just read Jocelyn Babin's comment. Look at this, Moose. Look what she said. Laugh out loud. BJs don't take 10 to 15 minutes. Well, Jocelyn, all I'm going to say is you must know what the hell you doing. Because ain't nobody trying to rush that thing now. Ain't nobody trying to rush that thing. If you're going to be paying $250, it need to last about 20, 30 minutes unless you very super skilled. All right, Moochie. Now this is some of the tail ends. So Jackie and Jesley, as Rebecca Cutter put it. I ain't trust Leslie this whole episode. Do you trust Leslie?
Nah, I felt like she had a motive to make sure she ate the cookie. So she could have the upper hand.
Now you know
she
Jackie
wants to dominate the relationship.
You know
she
Jackie
wants to
been
control
trying
everything.
You know Jackie been trying to avoid getting the cookie.
I know. And that
now,
usually don't happen. She usually don't let that happen with anybody she mess with.
And do you think Jackie was reserving the cookie because she's worried she's going to be too emotionally involved? Or do you think this could have opened up some of the other demons that Jackie has, from drugs to some of the other demons Jackie been fighting? Or could be all of it?
I feel like she doesn't want to lose control. She was in more control of the relationship, as far as, like, I'll give her, for instance, when she stormed out of the car and went back into the strip club, and then she just talked to her like, look, you can't do stuff like that, and she was able to smooth her over.
Right.
I think the relationship is going to take a shift as far as who's going to have the upper hand in it.
I can definitely agree to that, and I think this might make Jackie very, very vulnerable. I'm not going to say weak, I'm going to say vulnerable. Because in this particular scene right here, Leslie told you her intention. Leslie basically, I kind of feel like she used Jackie's CI, because now Leslie said, and I quote, I am going to be sergeant before I hit 40. There was no we, me, you, and Jackie, anything. It was I. So I think she's using Jackie for that. These two are the only women in the precinct. And I think that the minute she gets the upper hand, she's going to drop Jackie like a bad habit. But I think
Ray wants her about her.
He did. And you know what? Ray slept with her. And he tried to warn Jackie. Now Jackie in too deep. And I fear. And did you see how quickly Jackie came? It didn't take Jackie but 2 minutes. She on that Jocelyn Babin.
And it's no alcohol too involved. No alcohol, no dope.
Nothing. I'm scared Jackie's going to slip back into some behaviors that could get her in some serious trouble.
I hope not, because Eddie Murphy said he ain't going to bail her out this time.
Yep. Look at my boy Eric saying, remember what Ray told Jackie about not trusting Leslie? I feel like Leslie will. Of course, Eric.
Definitely.
It's going to happen. Jackie about to get screwed. And last but not least, Moochie on Hightown, we actually got to know the backstory of Daisy. Daisy, in 2016, got convicted of drug trafficking because the dude she was with told her to hold the drugs. And that caused her to lose her only child, who's staying with her parents who are in poverty, which gave this girl more motivation to become a CI, thinking that she might can get another opportunity to see her baby, because Jackie promised she's not going to tell her parole officer. Is Jackie going to be able to cover all that, Moochie?
I don't know. I'm just hoping that Jackie will be able to protect her. But I don't. I see her. She's gonna be on the kill list. She's one of them. I feel like her, Frank's brother, her boyfriend, he's either gonna die too.
Yep.
For some reason, I see him dying too.
Well, because you just seen dissension in the ranks between those two in this very last episode.
Yep.
Jorge wanted to do what he wanted to do. Frankie's supposed to be the boss. And Frankie feels some kind of a family commitment to Jorge. And Jorge really don't give a shit. I mean, you can just tell. Jorge don't give. So it's going to come to a head with them two. And we might see an ultimate team up where Frankie and Renee team up, take out Jorge, or you're going to see a situation where Jorge going to try to make Frankie choose between him or his pregnant girlfriend, Renee, who is probably going to be pregnant by Ray. And you can hear Jorge all in Frankie's ear. That bitch. I told you she liked Ray. I can hear Jorge right now. But they better leave my Renee alone. You know that's my girl, don't you?
I like her too, though.
That's
but
my
you
girl.
know what else, though? I feel
What's
like
that?
you saw the text messages when she was counting the dates back when she got pregnant.
Right.
And it was the night that she met up with Ray. So
it's
already established that Ray is the father.
It's already established. And
he the pappy.
He's the daddy. And that culminates to the whole thing we're talking about, Moochie. The title of this episode, Daddy Issues. There you go. All the girls had some form of daddy issues, including Daisy. They all had some form of daddy issues. Now, before we get out of here, Moochie, give us your synopsis of The Harder They Fall. You saw it. I saw it. I loved it. We both did a review. Be sure to subscribe to Moochie's channel. Be sure to check out her reviews that she's going to be dropping this week. Give me your overall feeling on The Harder They Fall. Loved it. Thought it was a great classic movie. Instant classic.
Yes. I liked it. I like the whole idea of it. I wanted to see Idris a little more though.
Right.
But other than that, I thought it was a good movie. The Keith Stansfield was good too, even though he became a character that I didn't like.
Right. But you got to have some of them, Moochie.
Yeah, I know. No, you know how it's like the person you love to hate?
Right.
That's what it was with him.
And how did you feel about Regina King's character, Trudy?
I thought she was gonna be a good guy, even though and I was surprised at her. But we're gonna see more of her. It might be a part 2, y'all.
Oh, definitely. This was Netflix's biggest movie of the weekend. It's definitely gonna be a part 2 because Stagecoach Mary, basically all the names they use were African Americans that was out in the out west. Now they dramatized the way things went down with them. But Stagecoach Mary was supposed to be one of the fastest shooters of that shotgun back in her day. And there's definitely going to be a part 2 because Stagecoach Mary going to want some revenge. And you seen how it ended. Trudy won't dead. Trudy was standing there holding her hat as it was going off. And Stagecoach Mary was known for finishing all her business movies.
I don't want to give too much away, but how can I say it without giving it away? I'm not gonna say it then. I just with this, you don't know if Idris was her romantic interest or what, or her brother. I couldn't.
Like
you don't know. Like, you didn't know.
They could have been good friends that have been through a whole lot because we'll give you guys a minor spoiler. Idris is going to wind up being in jail, and Regina King's character comes to break him out. Now,
well, if you saw the trailer, then you saw that part.
Right. You saw that part.
You're not giving a spoiler.
Okay, yeah. And so they do have an ongoing relationship of which they band together. Idris' character, Regina King, Lakeith Stanfield, that whole crew. And their opposition is Del Rey, Lindo, Jonathan Majors, who plays the hell out of his role. Do you hear me? Showstopper. And then Stagecoach Mary was all in their crew. So it's going to wind up being that crew versus Idris Elba's crew. And ladies and gentlemen, the action and the gunfighting in this thing was out of this world.
Fighting.
Yes, infighting. The little innuendos toward Anglo-Saxons, They ain't really pulling no punches on that, and I loved every bit of it. And they actually did go to a town that at one point in time was ran by black folks, Redwood. That was a black-dominated town for a little while until, of course, Mighty Whitey came in and said, hell no, y'all living too good up in here. We need to take over again. And so you've got that. You got Dion Cole, who's going to get his ass beat so bad he's going to lose his gold teeth. And that's all I'm going to give y'all to help y'all get through the movie. So any closing word before we get up out of here early, Moochie?
Well, I'm going to be reviewing Queens. So that's what I got coming next. Me and the ladies are getting together again for our Hidden Gems segment.
Thursday night?
No, we're gonna move it to Tuesday nights after you.
Oh,
and
okay.
It'll be Tuesday, so we're gonna jump on right after you, so that way we got people that could just follow us and get some good entertainment because we play games, we have trivia, and we have hot topics that we talk about.
Oh boy, they go
and
on Wendy
relationship
Williams.
topics. So
oh boy,
we getting ready to just have fun and just do a lot. Have fun. Get some info from everybody. See how everybody's thinking about relationships, movies, and trivia.
Larry, for the longest, has been trying to get me to do relationship talk on my show. And like I tell him, as much as I would love to do it, it's hard to fit everything in. Y'all want me to give y'all all this insightful information on how to make money. You still like the TV show reviews. Then Larry want me to do some relationships. It's tough, man. Especially trying to do the things that still grow the channel because, you know, my audience can be particular. Like tonight, we've got 35 people watching us when if I was talking about BMF, we've been up to 500 people. Right, that type of thing. So you kind of have to be mindful how you give people different things on your channel and just kind of, you know, slide it on in there. So we might do some relationship stuff one day because it's always interesting to get female and male perspective. And there's a new show coming on Amazon called Harlem, and it's about 4 females, kind of like the show.
That.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Nancy,
starts
the
in December.
Homegirl. Yeah, Nancy, the homegirl, told me to mention it. Maybe even do a trailer review of it. And, you know, thought I'd just throw that out there to see how y'all feel about it. You know, so we'll see. Don't forget to like this video, my people. Comment, subscribe. Be sure to subscribe to Moochie and be ready to check out her and the ladies tomorrow night after I'm done talking about. I don't know what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. I'm going to let folks know before I get here.
I know next week we're gonna start with it though. Definitely next Tuesday. We aiming for next Tuesday.
Okay, so not tomorrow, but next Tuesday.
Right.
Okay, cool. All right, y'all. You heard them. I'll see you guys again tomorrow night. Peace out.
And later.